Hello everyone, this is Charlie Barley back at you guys with another video. I'm going to show you more of the diming buster strategy. The goal and objective for this strategy is not, well, let's see, has he got a new shoe here? Hold on. Okay, so we're about to start a new shoe right here, guys. So we're literally at the very beginning. First thing we're going to do is get 6 outcomes, because what the algorithm does, it looks over the data or the patterns for every 6 and beyond. So once we plug in this 6, it will begin to look at the pattern base starting from the very first 6, and then based on the overall game, even though we play hand for hand, it's going to give us the best suggestive play based on the performance of the patterns of the game itself. Now, this is much different than the previous AI Baccarat strategy that I created that used algorithms. What I ended up doing was figuring out a way to kind of one-line the process instead of looking at 4 algorithms, and even instead of playing every, like we would play one set game and then we'd have to wait for 2 outcomes. But I was thinking of a way where we could play continuously, but you have to figure out a way how to streamline the variables, streamline the risk, the money management, and particularly the pattern flow to make the best strategy ever. Now, I believe that because this is the best that I have been able to do in terms of a strategy and money management. All right, so while we're waiting here, let me just give you a clue as to what you're going to be doing. The only thing you're going to be doing is waiting for the game to, well, first of all, you got to put in the first 6 outcomes. Once you've placed the first 6 outcomes, then at that point, you're going to just essentially play the game, right? We play things in sets, all right? So if you should lose a set, that's losing 4 in a row. The progression is for the first loss, 1 unit, second loss will be 2 units, the third loss could be 3 to 5 unit, and the fourth loss will be double of whatever the third was. So the progression style could be 1, 2, 3, 6, 1, 2, hands 1 and 2, or game 1 and 2, 3, 6, games 3 and 4. Now, games 3 and 4 is really where we have the leverage. So even if we lose a set, we're technically only losing 3 and 4 because that's really where our money is. However, we make up a lot of money on hands 1 and 2 long term. So even if we lose before we get our 3 to 5 units, it is okay. I had a couple videos that I placed online already. You can go back, take a look at them, and you can see what happens when we lost right in the very beginning of a game. We lost, but we were able to not only come back, but we made at least 2 units, but we could have made a lot more. That's atypical. A lot of shoes we don't even lose. I mean, the entire shoe, we don't even lose a set. But there are times where you could lose a set or 2 within a shoe. If that should happen, continue playing the shoe. Or just take a break, but don't ever think you're at some kind of disadvantage if that happens. All right, so let's go ahead and start the simulation. It tells us that we're going to start on banker, so we're going to go ahead and put our chip on banker. Remember, we're only going for 3 to 5 units in a shoe. For the sake of the video, we're just going to go for 3. All right, now, if we should lose a cycle or a set, which is 4 in a row, remember, we will win games 3 and 4 a lot more than we lose games 3 and 4. I say game, well, you can call them a hand or a game. 3 and 4, we win more than we lose. Okay, so even if we lose a set, don't jump off a bridge. Okay, we got to go to player. Don't jump off a bridge. Life is not over. Continue to play the system. All right, now let's say you've lost 2 games in a shoe. It's going to take you at least 2-3 shoes to redeem it back. All right, it may even take you a day, but don't get disgruntled. The only thing I've been able to do, oh, look at this, another 9. Let's go. All right, and it says banker. So once you've gotten your units, we always talk about variance or losses. This is a great system because it's flowing the game itself. There's a lot of times where it doesn't. And that's where you don't have to get disgruntled, because the way that this thing is built, the cycle losses are very, very minimized. We don't have a lot of cycle losses. Powerful 7. So that was 3 right out of the gate. So that's 3 units that we've made. So guess what? This shoe is over, right? Now, can you continue to play? Sure you can. When you do your demo, by the way, I would suggest just playing it straight through just to see what it does, with the understanding that you only need to win 2 to 5 units a shoe. It's really all you need to do to stay safe, right? And if you end up losing before that, there's not a reason to jump off a bridge, okay? Or at all, because our losing rate in terms of cycles are very small. All right, so go back, look over the videos. This was the end of this shoe. We're going to conclude this video. I'm going to do more and more like this so you guys can see exactly how we're starting to dominate this game with the newest strategy, Diamond Buster. So if you want to try this out, I can give you a 24-hour time frame to try it out. Just send me an email, permutationspro@gmail.com, or you can go directly to the website where it says contact us and click on general inquiry and submit your request for a trial period there. Once that happens, I will approve it and you'll have 24 hours to be able to finagle. And remember this, guys, this is not a better way to gamble. Gambling will always end you at defeat, period. No matter what strategy you have, gambling is essentially taking your money without any kind of calculus or litmus and making wagers with them. All right. So when we have certain frames and processes that we use, you got to stay with that, because otherwise you can fall into gambling, and it doesn't matter how great the system. If you gamble it, you will lose it. ShadowmaxTrading.com. Until the next time, guys. Peace.